comprometidos por la calidad, con total entrega.
En flexibilidad nos encargamos de todo. Le adelantamos hasta el 50% en el acto. Si el precio de venta, no el coste. Y si lo que quiere es comprar un coche, en flexibilidad tenemos
Bienvenidos a la clínica de Leganés, el mejor centro sanitario de especialidades situado en el corazón de Leganés con más de 7 años de experiencia.
Welcome back to Butarque, where we can see Claudio Beauvau, that's the correct French pronunciation, warming up at half-time. The Barca players alongside their rivals of Leganés in the tiny, squeezed enclosed space of the tunnel at Butarque coming out. It looks like Beauvau is going to be getting some time very, very soon, Duncan.
Interesting, very interesting. Have to see if he's coming.
Got to shake up because it's not the Barca that we're expecting. They've dominated possession of the ball without really creating too many problems for Lega.
Exactly.
We're expecting a change in the second half.
I mean, we need to see more of their danger man. We need to see more of Leo Messi, and we need to see more of Andres Iniesta if they're going to...
We're expecting a change in the second half.
I mean, we need to see more of their danger man. We need to see more of Leo Messi, and we need to see more of Andres Iniesta if they're going to spice things up in the final third, because so far we've seen barely anything from Football Club Barcelona. As you mentioned, their one goal is thanks to a terrible mistake from Ivan Cuellar, who was also very unlucky because it was a total mishit from Alcázar, who was trying to square the ball. It wrong-footed the Leganés goalkeeper, and he ended up just palming it into the path of Suarez.
It's Javier Rasad being replaced by the striker from Guadalupe, Claudio Beauvau, the man on loan from Celta Vigo. So, well, although Rasad plays in an advanced role, he's more of an attacking central midfielder rather than a striker. And indeed, sorry to prove you wrong, Duncan, but Asier Garitano's playing the second half with 2 men up front. He must feel there's a chance against this Barca for Lega to get back into it. Let's see how Beauvau, Barca's visit to Mestalla to play Valencia next weekend. Can Barca appeal the yellow card, or is that just for red cards, Duncan?
They're going to, I assume they'll try, because it'll be a huge loss to miss out on Gerard Piqué in that game. So they definitely need to try it. Everyone talking about who will play in at centre-back for Football Club Barcelona. Mascherano, of course, out for around about a month with a hamstring injury in that friendly that he played for Argentina against Nigeria, so he's unavailable. Thomas Vermaelen has played 0 minutes for Football Club Barcelona so far this season in La Liga, although he did play 90 the other day for Belgium. So it'll be very interesting. Sergio Busquets, another option. He can drop into centre-back. We've seen him play there before.
The problem for Barcelona, if they do try and appeal the referee's decision, is that although you can describe it as harsh, you can also perfectly, I think, describe it as justified. Free kick there by Busquets on Gabriel.
He was very good in the first half.
Gabriel on Busquets, I should say. Just getting the legs tangled up there. He was very good. He's the man who's recovered most balls in La Liga Santander so far this season, is Gabriel.
And he's classy as well. He's really good in possession. So he's a player that wins back possession, wins back the ball, but he's also good with it.
He's just committed the second foul in the opening minute or two of this second half. Leo Messi having a word with the referee as Rakitic recovers, and that's a nasty one, isn't it? Just catches him on top of the left boot.
Bit of frustration, I think, from Gabriel there. Things not going his way in the challenge with Sergio Busquets, where he thought he won the ball cleanly, and just a slight retaliation.
Busquets. Gabriel.
He was very good in the first half.
Gabriel on Busquets, I should say. Just getting the legs tangled up there. He was very good. He's the man who's recovered most balls in La Liga Santander so far this season, is Gabriel.
And he's classy as well. He's really good in possession. So he's a player that's very clever, as you say. Wins back possession, wins back the ball, but he's also good with it.
He's just committed the second foul in the opening minute or two of this second half. Leo Messi having a word with the referee as Rakitic recovers, and that's a nasty one, isn't it? Just catches him on top of the left boot.
Bit of frustration, I think, from Gabriel there. Things not going his way in the challenge with Sergio Busquets, where he thought he won the ball cleanly, and just a slight retaliation.
Busquets.
Look at this first couple of metres, how much quicker Diego Rica covers that ground than Luis Suarez. That is where he's missing, and he's not at his explosive best. He was slow getting onto that pass.
And I think that's why he's straying offside every now and then, because he knows he's got to get the slight advantage on the defender, because he's lacking a little bit of pace. Amrabat losing out. Iniesta, lovely little flick to Busquets, who finds Suarez, who can't control it. It's picked up by Siovas. Szymanowski back to Gabriel, falls to Amrabat, gets into the area. Szymanowski into the hands of Mark ter Stegen. Decent start from Leganés in this second period. Gerard Piqué playing the ball out from the back for Barcelona. Now Rakitic. Umtiti to Jordi Alba. Busquets finds Nelson Semedo. To wait for Leganés to put some pressure on. Here's Umtiti. Busquets. Still Bovo, the flag's down. Ter Stegen hits it straight at the German keeper, Claudio Bovo. That's presumably why he's been brought on. That little bit of pace, bit of freshness, but he had a magnificent opportunity to hit the target there.
And the two strikers linking up so well. It was a brilliant ball over the top from Amrabat. He's onto it very quickly, Bovo, and he does everything right except the finish. He gets over the ball, keeps it low, but it's straight down the middle, and it's an easy save in the end for Ter Stegen, who doesn't really have to move. But yeah, you're right. I said before that I didn't think he changed the system because it was working so well for him in the first half, but I also couldn't understand that he was going to take off Amrabat. In the end, he's put two strikers up top, and really they're going to ask questions of Football Club Barcelona in this second half. It's a brave move from Garitano.
Is Leo Messi finding Andres Iniesta, gets the return ball, and Pichu Cuellar quick to scent the danger, and Andres Iniesta under the spotlight a little bit then. In fact, it's Luis Suarez who sees a yellow card for a challenge. We did Cuellar, and I think the yellow card should be the other way round there. I can't understand what the referee thinks he's seen.
Wow, it's ridiculous.
Cuellar completely dramatising that, and well, he will have managed to achieve.
It's really frustrating for Luis Suarez, and he is a sort of player that can lose his head at times. It depends. As you well know, Suarez in the past has done things
goal, the only goal of the game so far, taking advantage of an error from Pichu Cuellar, who, well, seems to have got a little bit of his own back there, faking a slap to the face which didn't exist, and fooling the referee. Busquets through the middle, Suarez gets the return ball for Messi. Suarez trying to return it to him. It's cleared by Perez, and there's a chance for Amrabat. Mark Ter Stegen. Hey, they could always play him as centre-back, Duncan, if they're really short for Miss Dyer.
Well, they could play him anywhere, I think, yeah. Mind you wouldn't have a goalkeeper then, so...
There you got Jasper Cillessen to come in. Good work from Gabriel. Here's Amrabat. Tries the shot, there was no way through. The rebound nearly falling for Zaldua. Instead, it's Iniesta on the ball. Jordi Alba. Busquets completely misses it. Here's Gabriel, tries the shot, trying to surprise Ter Stegen once again, straight down the German's throat.
Yeah, it's an easy one, but they've had a few more shots in this second half, Leganés. They're certainly trying to work Ter Stegen at least, which they didn't really do in the first half, for all the good attacks they had. But they're certainly improving in that respect.
Gabriel intercepting the attempted ball from Semedo to Messi. It's a throw into Football Club Barcelona. Semedo will take it. Amrabat just bullying his way past Busquets. Bovo, to give him his due on that shot, he hit straight at Mark Ter Stegen. He was left with not too great an angle. Suarez battling there. Comes to Amrabat, who wins a free kick. Sergio Busquets, Elzar rather, claiming that he got the ball first. The referee not having any of it. Ruben Perez picks out Diego Rico. And Aleix Vidal, one of the two players getting ready to come on for Football Club Barcelona. It's a Barca throw. Aleix Vidal seems like an unusual one from Ernesto Valverde. Unless it's to play him on the right of attack or the right of midfield. Zaldua looking for El Zahra goes down for Amrabat, who goes down again with Umtiti. Umtiti remonstrating with the Moroccan. Free kick's taken. Busquets in trouble, managed to get it. Free kick's taken. Busquets in trouble, managed to get it out to Alba, and the whistle goes. And this time it's the home fans who are annoyed with the decision.
I think Alex Vidal, you see him on your picture there, about to come on. It's going to give them something a little bit different in attack. We've seen both Alex Vidal and Deulofeu come on in place of Dembele, who's of course out injured, just to give them a bit of pace, bit of skill, bit of trickery on the right hand side. And Ernesto Valverde will be hoping to set up some chances for their goal scorers, Messi and Suarez. Certainly neither Messi or Suarez have been particularly in this game in an attacking sense. It doesn't seem to be working on this occasion, the forward three.
The referee clearly waved play on as the ball fell to a Leganés player, and it looks to me like this is the
regularly at right back for Football Club Barcelona under Ernesto Valverde, so this would be a bit of a change and a bit of a surprise for me. I think that Valverde's identified, especially after the Spanish Super Cup, that Alex Vidal isn't a right back.
Well, there's the first change. Alex Vidal for Semedo, presumably more of a wing back role than a full back, and it's Andrés Iniesta's replaced by Paulinho. Paulinho, who in the calendar year is the top scorer for Brazil. So gets his first touch and flicks it out, looking for Alex Vidal, for Paco Alcácer. Picked up by Ruben Perez, sent it back to the edge of the Barca box and safely into the control of Mark ter Stegen.
Paco Alcácer is his shot that's parried, probably not well enough by Pichu Cuellar, and it's Suarez whose shot takes a terrible deflection off Ruben Perez right in front of the goalkeeper. There's absolutely nothing that he could do about that one, but Suarez made sure that he knew, that Cuellar knew that how delighted he was that he found the back of the net.
Just about to say that, a cheeky little notification as he ran past Pichu Cuellar, but you know, we saw Cuellar manage to get Luis Suarez's name in the referee's book, a yellow card for a piece of play acting from the Leganés keeper. Suarez isn't the kind of guy to forget slights like that. 2-0 to Barcelona, 30 minutes left, and it's going to be a real uphill battle now for Leganés.
Yeah, it certainly is, and I think it's going to be a tougher task as well with this man in midfield. Paulinho is going to provide that physical presence that Andres Iniesta wasn't able to. Not being the best performance by a long stretch from Andres Iniesta. We're used to seeing him really star in games, and we've barely mentioned his name. He's seen very little of the ball, and certainly Paulinho is a very different player.
I think some of us, Duncan, were surprised to even see him in the starting lineup after having played for Spain during the international break. But you're absolutely right, didn't really offer too much. Busquets gives it away. Amrabat. Beauvau to his right.
Has he? All the shots have been straight down the middle of the goal, and I don't think that was the best option on that occasion by Amrabat. He had Beauvau to his right hand side.
Vidal gets the return ball too. Now Messi, Suarez, Vidal. This is better from Barcelona. Vidal's cross comes in. Sun, the late November sun going down there. It's really difficult to follow some of the action. Here's Amrabat, gets away from Piqué. Once again failing to beat the excellent Mark ter Stegen. It's a frustrating afternoon out there for Noordin Amrabat.
Also brilliant from Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Once again, he hasn't been called upon too much in this game, but when he has been, he's been perfect, and on that occasion he covered the angle so well. He was so quick off his line, made himself big, and made it very difficult for Amrabat to find the angle and direct the ball into the back of the net.
Rakitic caught, free kick right in front of the referee. Paulinho trying to take it quickly, the referee demanding that it be sent back. There's the ball over the top by Cuellar. Came battling his way through there, Amrabat, but ter Stegen making himself, spreading himself as wide as possible, quick off his line, blocking the shot for Amrabat.
He's just such a complete goalkeeper, Simon. He's got such good vision, he's got brilliant close control, a great first touch, he can pass the ball so well, he's an excellent shot stopper. I just think he's a very complete goalkeeper.
Paulinho did well there, except the final pass just got away from him. Here's Szymanowski for Leganés, taking on Aleix Vidal, drives it in low. It came off the heel of Gerard Piqué, but there was Mark ter Stegen waiting to gather it.
Well, the game's really opened up now, and it's end-to-end stuff. Leganés know that they have to absolutely go for it. If they get a goal back now, they've got a really good chance to get back into this game.
Sirvas picking out Amrabat. Elzar. Amrabat. Very slow to use the option of Zaldua down the right. Instead it's played back to Gabriel. Turns away from Paulinho. Clean challenge according to the referee by the Brazilian. It's picked up by Suarez. Return ball. Suarez, and just getting there ahead of him, Ezequiel Munoz, who goes down. Suarez looks at the linesman. He's saying that that's play acting again. The referee says no, and there will be a substitution made.
I don't think it was enough to send Ezequiel Munoz down to the ground. However, it's very obvious to see that Suarez isn't 100% match fit. He's not quick enough, and because of that, there's defenders that are easily beating him for pace, and because of that, he's using his hands and grabbing them back, and it was a clear foul.
Szymanowski's the man to go off, replaced by former Barcelona man Gerard Gumbau, who came to Leganés on a free from the Barcelona reserve side. He's a centre back, so this presumably means changes made by Asier Gaetano in terms of the formation. Will Gumbau play in central midfield or in central defence? Are they going to move to a three-man defence?
He can play in central midfield as well, Gumbau. It's a bit of a defensive, almost sort of playmaker in the centre. So it may well be that we see Gabriel Pires push up, or Ruben Perez, in fact.
Well, they've won a corner. Meanwhile, it's to be taken by Nabil Elzar. See how close the fans are there to the pitch down in that corner. The sun has finally dipped beyond the stands. Driven in low to the near post. Didn't quite fall on that occasion for Zaldua. Hooked away by Suarez. Lega win it back. It falls to Zaldua again. He's going to try a shot. Always going wide.
Didn't have too many options. Got his head up and decided that the best option was probably a shot at goal, even though it went a long way wide. And we're just seeing the replay again.
I'll tell you what, I mean, it won't go down as an own goal because it was goalward bound. But I think Cuellar stops that.
Yeah,
if
sure.
Perez doesn't get in the way, quite clearly.
I agree with you, yeah. It's on target, so it is his goal, and there's the reaction from Suarez.
And also the reaction from Cuellar, who knows why Suarez is giving him the banter there.
And there's no argument. It was terrible play acting from Cuellar that got Luis Suarez booked, so he'd have expected that reaction.
Well, I'll tell you what, that one will be challenged, presumably, and on appeal will be removed. The cameras don't lie. Well, it's taken the wind out of their sails a little bit, the second goal. Lega attacking, looking to get back into the game, but more with the heart than with the head, it would appear at times.
And Barca once again doing what they've done on so many occasions this season, kind of sneaking through games without playing brilliantly. They did the same against Athletic Club. You'll remember that amazing performance from Ter Stegen. 4 brilliant saves in that game, and Barca managed to score a couple to win that match. They only just squeezed past Sevilla by 2-1. Even against Malaga, it was just a couple of goals for Barca, and a great performance from Malaga. There's been a number of occasions this season where, with a goal in the first half, a goal in the second half, Barca have managed just to creep through without necessarily putting in a better performance than their rival.
Traditionally, of course, Barca, a team who have been brilliant against their big rivals, but maybe when they've had non-league winning seasons, it's been because of drop points against lowlier sides under Valverde. They seem to... was cross! There was Claudio Belvo waiting in the middle, and the striker from Guadalupe won't have too many sights of goal than that.
And it's a really good move. Out to Zaldua, continues his run into the box, right on the penalty spot, gets the return ball from Zaldua. It was
bouncing clearer sights of goal than that.
And it's a really good move. Out to Zaldua, continues his run into the box, right on the penalty spot, gets the return ball from Zaldua. It was
bouncing awkwardly for him.
It was a difficult one, but he'll feel he could have done better.
Ter Stegen to Samuel Umtiti. Just over 20 minutes left in Butarque. It's a throw in Barcelona's favour. Neat work there from Alcácer, trying to link again with Suarez. Suarez goes in to put pressure on his new friend, Pichu Cuellar. Zelzar getting away from Paulinho, just did enough to put him off his stride. Picked up by Jordi Alba. Paulinho again. Plenty of space for Leo Messi. He's got Rakitic with him. Instead it's through the middle. The flag stays down. Suarez has a look. The flag goes up very, very late. It was clearly offside. Suarez has a look.
Yeah, it's a long way offside.
There's no question. So, I mean, he sees it. Suarez didn't look at him looking at the linesman. Said, you wait until I turn away from you to raise the flag.
Well, it's frustrating nowadays, isn't it? How they don't lift the flag until the player actually participates and interferes in play, if you like. But on that occasion, it was obvious that Suarez was about to be through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, so why not just put your flag up?
Ruben Perez. Elzar. Shot blocked by Umtiti. Still a bit more work to do. Elzar does well to find Zaldua. looks to find Amrabat. Amrabat has lost balance. Jordi Alba wasn't aware of that. Puts it in touch for a throw. Here's Gumbau.
I'm surprised, Simon, that Thomas Mylan isn't getting some minutes. Not just because it would stop Titi from picking up a yellow card, but also because he needs game time.
The cross whipped in by Gabriel, dealt with by Aleix Vidal. Luis Suarez goes down, and it's a free kick and a yellow card for Dimitrios Siovas, who
best from Suarez.
There's a clear shirt tug afterwards.
Definitely. And there's not too much in Suarez's challenge either. It's a clear yellow card.
Exchanging words. Siovas and Suarez. We've moved into the 73rd minute of this one. Barcelona 2 goals ahead. Busquets with Club Barcelona. Well, we're seeing Luis Suarez. We've spoken about the Uruguayan all season as being not 100% fit, or even very near it, but we're seeing him at his most combative today, and how crucial he's been for Ernesto Valverde this afternoon in Butarque. Leo Messi. Whips the cross in, blocked in the end there by Munoz. Getting there ahead of Claudio Belvo. Rakitic. There's Paulinho. Leo Messi. Messi turns. Returns it to Paulinho. Paulinho does very well indeed. Suarez lays it off for Alba. Cuts it back to Suarez. Blocked by Siovas. And Aleix Vidal with an opportunity for a bit of glory there. Hasn't had too much of that since signing for Football Club Barcelona, and he fails to hit the target on this occasion. What an opportunity. I can't believe he's missed the target. Just has to get his head over the ball, which he does, and get it on target. That is a clear goal-scoring opportunity for Aleix Vidal, and he can't believe he's put it wide of the target. Nor can I, to be honest. It's so hard though, isn't it, when you limited to the number of minutes you get in a team like this Barca side, to come off the bench. Suddenly you've got this absolutely blindingly clear opportunity, and whether you like it or not, your head's still in warm-up. Paulinho to Suarez, first time to Rakitic. Aleix Vidal, back to Ivan Rakitic. Leo Messi. Still Messi. Ooh, lovely ball, thread through to his #1 partner. Paulinho in an offside position. It is incredible the way these two seem to understand each other, isn't it? Because you didn't expect that when Paulinho signed for Barca, and I'm not sure the linesman's got that right. No, I don't think he has. I think it's Munoz in the middle who's playing him on side. I think he was bang in line there, Paulinho. But yeah, going back to your point, Simon, it is incredible. They're not similar players, are they? You wouldn't necessarily think that Paulinho and Leo Messi were going to team up quite so well. Amrabat showing his strength there. Piqué can't get it out, or he can, but only as far as Elzar. Drives to the byline. Piqué recovers. Corner. to Leganés.
They certainly haven't given up, and they know they've still got 15 minutes or so remaining of this game. Only one goal would be needed to put them really right back in this game and to really lift the crowd as well here at Butake.
See, just getting stamped on there in the follow-through by Ilzar, unintentional. It's Ilzar with the corner. A massive leap there from Munoz. Decent response from Lega. Here's Ilzar again. Cross to the far post. Beauvau couldn't get to it.
Gumbau with the shot. What a story that would be. Gumbau managed to get Leganés back into this game against his former sides. Football Club Barcelona, they've been criticised, but they know they've still got 15 minutes or so remaining of this game. Only one goal would be needed to put them really right back in this game and to really lift the crowd as well here at Butake.
Gerard Piqué takes a knock. He was actually off the playing surface, realises that. The referee goes across to have a word. You can see just getting stamped on there in the follow-through by Ilzar, unintentional. It's Ilzar with the corner. A massive leap there from Munoz. Decent response from Lega. Here's Ilzar again. Cross to the far post. Beauvau.
And that's what he's looking for. He's looking for a player running through the defence who's on a similar wavelength, who's going to make that intelligent run, opening up space for a good pass.
Dimitrios Siovas is the next man to be replaced by Asier Garitano. He's replaced by Raul Garcia on a free transfer from Alaves. Again, a solid performance from Siovas.
Yeah, they certainly haven't given too much away, have they? Barca haven't had too many opportunities to find the back of the net. The game much more open now, and there have been a couple more like that one that Alex Vidal missed a couple of moments ago, but they certainly haven't created hundreds of opportunities, have they?
No, it's been a performance when they've rolled the sleeves up and got down to the task of putting the work in, really. And you know, you've got to give them all credit for that. There are sides who are going to come here to Butake and really struggle this season. Free kick given there for the challenge from Beauvau on Jordi Alba, but all credit to Valverde's Barca. This isn't a side of prima donnas. They're quite prepared to sweat for the 3 points, and still 11 minutes to go, but that's what they've done today. Workmanlike performance, perhaps you'd have to say. Busquets is under it, gets there first. Paulinho heads it on to Suarez. Return ball to him. Neat touch from Paulinho. Now it's Rakitic. Aleix Vidal was caught by Diego Rico. Play on, says the referee. It's Gumbau. Gives it away under pressure. Busquets. Typical Busquets turn. And he's fouled, and it will be a free kick to Football Club Barcelona. Brilliant skill.
You get the feeling you could give Busquets the ball, surround him with 11 players, and somehow he'd come out of it with the ball or manage to find someone with a pass.
Denis Suarez is going to get 10 minutes. Who's he going to replace, Duncan McMath?
Well, it's a difficult one because we see him playing either in midfield or in attack, don't we? So it could be for maybe Alcácer, but equally it could be for the likes of Ivan Rakitic. I think maybe Alcácer.
Jordi Alba wins a free kick as he tries to get past Zaldua. Zaldua paying no attention to the ball, bodily displacing Jordi Alba off the playing surface. It's going to be Paco Alcácer, involved in both goals, Duncan.
Yeah, involved in both goals, but neither one's were assists. The first, a sliced cross that was clawed out of the goal by the goalkeeper Ivan Cuellar, and fortunately for Barca fell to Suarez. The second, a shot that was parried by Cuellar, and again fell to Suarez, and his shot in turn deflected into the back of the net. Two very ugly goals from Football Club Barcelona, but they both count, and he's done his bit, Paco Alcácer, but it hasn't been his greatest performance by any stretch of the imagination. I think he's given the ball away too much in the final third, but more minutes. He certainly helped with the 2 goals, and he will have gained at least some confidence from that performance.
Amrabat trying to shake off the close attention of Busquets. Piqué there to have his say. It's Paulinho forced to turn back. Aleix Vidal came off Gumbau, throwing to Football Club Barcelona.
Nice for Ernesto Valverde that he's not entirely reliant on the league's top goal scorer Leo Messi for the goals either. Last 2 against Sevilla came from Paco Alcácer, and both goals today coming from Luis Suarez. So Messi hasn't scored either of the last 2 Barca games, but they've still won by 2-0, and both strikers coming in with the goals, which is important for Valverde, important for the team dynamics, and especially important for the confidence of both those strikers.
Alcácer leaving it for Ivan Rakitic into the closing minutes, just over 7 to go plus stoppage time. Leganés 0, Barca 2, and you get the impression Lega, if they're going to have any chance of getting a positive result here, they have to score soon. But that one's surely the advantage for Umtiti, who goes down. Intelligent defending.
Well, that's what he does. We've seen him do that a couple of times and win the free kick both times. He gets his body in front of the striker. Any contact, he goes tumbling to the floor, and the linesman's right next to him. He's always going to flag that as a foul.
Claudio Belvo complaining a little bit, but deep down he knows that the linesman was obliged to raise the flag for that one. Again, neat footwork from Paulinho. He picks out Denis Suarez, who loses it to Zaldua. Ball coming to rest at Busquets' feet. Now Leo Messi gets away from Gumbau. Still Messi losing his footing. He was willing to get up. The referees played advantage once again there, and when Messi loses balance, calls the ball back for the original foul there by Gumbau. Not too much on it. They'll have come
That's
across.
A foul.
Yeah, of course it is. And it's not the foul that causes him to lose his footing. He loses his footing simply by trying to turn away from the 3 Leganés players waiting for him. Now, Gumbau knows all about Leo Messi, having spent a few years in the Barcelona reserves. Gerard Piqué, I believe, in fact, he's begun his playing career at Girona. Gumbau. Leganés still trying to find now. We're 11 points behind Barcelona, and that's the players of Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid who play later on today. You're checking my maths, aren't you? Free kick to Leganés. Response. It's driven in low. Ter Stegen. Decent attempt from Diego Rico. Ter Stegen again had it well covered. But it is key because if Atletico, for example, were able to beat Real Madrid in the Metropolitano, the first time the derby has been played in Atletico's new stadium, Real Madrid would find themselves 11 points behind Barca, and vice versa. Yeah. If Real were to beat Atletico, if it's a draw, they're both 10 points behind.
You'd have to say that it would be a bigger shock in terms of the numbers and the league table if, come the end of this weekend, it was Real Madrid who are 11 points behind Football Club Barcelona after just 12 games. I don't really see Atletico Madrid as a title chaser this season.
Leo Messi! Off the post it falls for Suarez! Blocked for Cuellar once again. It would have been too much for Luis Suarez to get a hat-trick, each one from a rebound off the keeper. That was just Messi turning it on. It's end-to-end stuff now. Amrabat gets into the box. He's got options. And the only option he finds is the head of Jordi Alba, and Denis Suarez helping out at the back. Momentarily, I think it's fair to say for the first time this game, we saw Leo Messi turn it on a little bit there. And I'm not sure if Cuellar saved that himself or if it came off the post. Either way, he made a spectacular effort to block Suarez's shot from the rebound.
Yeah, I think it was back-to-back saves, I think, from Cuellar, and making amends a little bit for a couple of mistakes. And it's a bit harsh on him because he was unlucky on both occasions, but I think he'll look at both the Barca goals and think that he could and should have done a little bit better.
Here's Suarez, lovely return ball, looking for Messi, and Ezequiel Munoz putting the ball out of play.
Nearly brilliant.
Here's Messi's run, so typical. What a shot. It's a good save, and that's even better.
Yeah, two really good saves. One down to his right, the next one across to his left. Does really well.
Busquets, Suarez, Rakitic, Aleix Vidal cuts it back for Suarez. He's trying to set up Messi. Instead of going for his hat-trick, it falls to Alba. They want Messi to score, don't they? Here's Messi again. Down he goes. Paulinho. 3-0 to Barca. Paulinho. What did we say? The top scorer for Brazil in 2017. He gets Barca's third. Duncan, can you remember 3 Barca goals in the same game that have come from that kind of scramble situation? We're not seeing the beautiful football, the beautiful game from Barca today. We're seeing a hard, workmanlike effort, and who better to represent that than Paulinho, who makes it 3-0 in the final minute.
Yeah, 3 very scruffy goals. This is probably the least scruffy of all of them, and it's very clever from Leo Messi. He knows exactly what he's doing here. He's on the ground, still manages to somehow angle the ball back for Paulinho, who's just made that run in towards the near post, got that space, and when the ball comes to him, he just toe pokes it into the back of the net. It's clever from Paulinho, even cleverer from Leo Messi to get the ball to him, and that's 4 goals in La Liga for the Brazilian. You were saying he's top scorer for Brazil. He's 3rd top scorer for Football Club Barcelona. It's incredible. Suarez now on 5 goals, which doesn't sound too bad suddenly, and it's Paulinho just behind him on 4, and yet again it's a link up with that man Leo Messi.
That's a brilliant finish, you have to say. After Messi, he's on the ground, he just flicks it back, knowing that Paulinho or another Barca player will be there. Just takes a tiny deflection off Ruben Perez, and really tough, difficult finish there for Paulinho. And the bat penalised for the challenge there.
Clear shove on Busquets. Yeah, no question about it.
2 minutes have been added, 1 of them have gone. It's all over bar the shouting. Barcelona still unbeaten, 34 points now, and that puts pressure not only on Real Madrid and Atletico, who play in about 2 hours' time, just a little bit more than that. It also puts pressure on Valencia, of course. Here's Paulinho. Gets the return ball from Suarez. Dennis Suarez over the top towards Messi, headed clear. It falls for Gumbau. Long ball forward, a rather hopeful one as Amrabat gets in there just ahead of Gerard Piqué. Piqué gets his hand on top of him, and it's saved. Beauvau there was absolutely all alone in front of the goal. He's
such a frustrating player to watch, Amrabat, because he's got so many good qualities. He's such a fighter, but he really hasn't got good vision sometimes.
Final whistle goes in Butake, the final score. Leganés 0, Football Club Barcelona 3. And there we just saw, Duncan, the final move of the game. Another opportunity for Lega. They can hold their heads high, I think, after their performance today against Football Club Barcelona. Just a shame for them. One of the top keepers in La Liga Santander this season, Pichu Cuellar, had those slight lapses of concentration. But the story's all about that man, isn't it? Luis Suarez back amongst the goals. 2 of them tonight. And at the end of the day, well, Gerard